don't. It's okay. It's fine.
No, it's okay. I like everyone in Pro League for the most part.
I love everyone.
Started to sound like Veli last night. The guy is just full of love for everyone.
I love Veli. Lavelle's the
Capitao
best.
again. Fortunately, no one loving Capitao. It's his 3rd ban of the day, if I'm remembering correctly. And yes, that's why I write things down. 3 bans today, and he gets played once. Lion finally taken out, which actually hadn't been banned before, so that's surprising that finally someone's just going to be like, you know what, no Lion. I mean, we haven't seen him played every time he's available, but definitely a fair amount. Maestro, actually, first time he's being banned, if I remember correctly, today too. So this is definitely some different bans coming out outside of the Capitao. Will it be Echo or Mirror next, or will we see a Mute? No, Pulse instead.
Yes.
So again, some variety here in the Defender bans on Consulate. It's interesting to see. So there you probably lost some more money on that one.
What, the interesting to see? Or, well, I'm expecting Pulse and Maestro. The Mute was
I don't think on the interesting to see. I think that's more the drinking game. I think more the on the bets for who will be banned.
So far, there's still 6 operators that have been banned in EU, plus the 1 Mute that we saw, so 7 in total.
Wow, they're really expanding the range.
Yes, it's a lot of diversity.
Well, Jackal actually going to be brought out, something we hadn't seen a ton outside of Coastline earlier today. The Mozzie, of course, a good choice as we were talking about earlier. Though they are going to be going with a Thermite, which I imagine they're not sure what the site's going to be, but it's not going to be Garage or Console. It's going to be Lobby, a site where you really don't get a lot of mileage out of Thermite.
No, not really.
I mean, you could use it for the bathroom wall, I suppose, but it's so risky due to the long hallway you're standing in.
If you're using it like that at that point, you're on the back foot.
You're doing it wrong.
What? You're doing it wrong because you did like most of the round pretty wrong. That's how you ended up being there.
That's a desperation play.
Yep.
Mute being available in combination with the Mozzie, though, is going to make life very hard for Mouse in terms of the droning, something we were talking about a bit about earlier, because this is a map where you can move around somewhat flexibly if you're given the opportunity to do so, and not having any drones catch anyone is the opportunity to do so. Nice. You can see them being set up too, and that's the thing is, there are times when Mute's brought to be used for stopping things like walls being open and things like that, but you can see pretty clearly set up for drones in this particular setup.
Okay.
Doki, nice early kill there. There goes the IQ.
Ow.
Not going to be spotting any of those gadgets now. Great early peek from him. That's Jaeger's job, and again, a reminder why they took away his ACOG.
Doki with the height advantage will find the kill on Eunice and remove the IQ. Well, Eunice has played a decent chunk of IQ back in the day on his G2 times where there's a rotation between him and Goga.
Yeah.
But in here, that's Doki with another. Okay. Doki, stop for a moment. He'll find Slebin as well, but saves will be eliminated.
Guess Doki's short for double kills.
I thought you were going to stop the sentence somewhere else. Shate. Downstairs, Doki will be brought up at full HP. I love you very much, Doki. Kendra. Invaluable here in the round. Shate will find another one. Kendra eliminated. 3v3.
It's 2 minutes into the round and 4 people have died.
Is this Latin America?
Right? This is aggressive early start for the very first round when teams are trying to feel each other out, but it looks like they're trying to feel each other out in terms of aggression. Mozzie being spotted is a great thing here for the Jackal because if he can get the kill on the Mozzie, then it makes it a little bit easier to make sure that there's no drones spotting them on the counter roam. Not a lot of utility really left on Mouse's side outside of the Jackal. I mean, Thermite's not going to do anything useful. The Thatcher's going to help, I guess, with the Mute Jammers, I suppose, and the Mozzie's Pests, but C4 left in Mozzie's pocket as well. It's first of the smokes to deny a bit early, but at the same time, there's only so many people left alive.
Golfy going outside again on the Jackal. A lot of times have been burned out, but not enough to really completely shut down any of Mousesports' chances in the round here. Shate will go up to the top floor, and he's looking for a 3rd kill for himself in the round. Actually hits a shot on Citizen, but is unable to finish him off. Citizen drops to the floor. There's a Mute Jammer to support him in this position. Now we'll find one on Boonsy. Oh, and Citizen turns around at the perfect moment. He's got so little ammo left in the magazine. The P10 Roni, literally the only thing about it that can get you killed. Smokes will be thrown out into Gomfi's face. The Citizen and Nello have taken a lot of damage. Doki at full HP, as we saw before. Gomfi's on his own, gets shot from above with so many holes that have been pre-opened by NaVi. Doki with one more on the board, but man.
You had smokes, Jackal. You could have used them to cover your entry there a little bit, I suppose, but...
There's not much that you could have done. Come on, let's be honest.
No, but I mean, like, you know they're going to be peeking that hole.
Yeah.
Either way, it didn't matter too much. Like you said, not much to be done. And Mouse not with a great start, although it did go back and forth, and it was a 3v3 pretty quickly. So that really could have gone either way towards the end. But a 3v3 like that early into the round, you know, it doesn't necessarily give the defense a ton of advantage because, you know, they're not playing time just yet. So, see how things go down, though, for console. Finally going to play some console. Interesting to start with the lobby, though, of all things, as opposed to garage or console. See how they set this up. This is where, again, the thermite not super useful, but as you mentioned, can be used for a B-site push. A very rare push.
Yeah.
But
it happens, but it only happens when defense, for example, reinforce the majority of things. As you see here in the cubbyhole, I think there's a reinforcement in there, but also that's in the console chamber, exactly, but also having a castle barricade that blocks lines of sight. In that case, sure. Majority of cases, that's not going to happen. It's kind of an old strategy and a bold one, Con.
An old and a bold.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. And this is a classic as well, taking care of some of the debris there to be able to put a mute jammer. There's a lot of good positions downstairs to put mute jammers heightened, but that's not even the bomb site. That's interesting they're going to bother with that to try and jam some of the middle floor, or the yellow stairs, rather. Some good positions for stuff like that. This is an interesting hole as well. A line of sight across there, and then one reinforcement to help protect. And it's hard to tell whether or not they reinforce the wall going to yellow stairs or not.
Slubin taking a bit of damage early on as well, so maybe Doki was involved in something. Citizen will find a headshot on a Gumphy and eliminate the Jackal, so tracking the roam is going to be a bit more difficult now, and the Mozzie has definitely been showing up. I think everybody agrees at this point that Mozzie and Gridlock have both had a very big and positive effect on Pro League with the way that things are played. Doki will take a lot of damage here on the engagement, but he gets saved by the fact that there's a reinforced wall to catch him. Saves will actually put him back up at full HP, and there's a reliance on NaVi. This is something that, on NaVi with Doki, they can exploit this here, Mouse, much like we've seen G2 do against Empire with joystick.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well, right? If you got it, use it.
Want it. You got it, girl.
You got it. Slebin doesn't got it much right now at the moment. Already low health on him. And an Ashman is not too bad, I suppose, because you can kind of go in guns blazing a little bit. But at the same time, that means you're likely to be playing alone, and your death is unlikely to be traded. With the Gumphy already dead as well, that means kind of entry is somewhat denied here. I mean, yes, they have Eunice, but I wouldn't put Eunice on the entry frag list. So they're already going to be struggling to fight this long hallway down towards site, especially with the advantage on NaVi. Not to mention, if someone gets injured on NaVi but not finished off, they've got a doc to be able to heal them back up and continue to keep a lot of that man advantage.
And Eunice entering the actually right in the middle, all on his own. He takes down saves, turns for the second. Eunice is just shut it all. It's just Nella to find one more. And Eunice finally eliminated. It just should not have happened here. Just allowing the IQ to run literally in the center by the long desk and find 2 free kills.
Yeah.
Doki with 1 to turn it into a 3v2. Still an advantage for NaVi as Shate eliminated. Slubin and Vincere last alive.
So many engagements so early into the rounds here. I feel like we're going to see so little objective play from this match the way it's going. But as I say that, of course, the plant is going down. So hopefully they can get it. Oh, so close. But plant does go down in the meantime. C4, unfortunately, does not do a whole lot of good, and Doki being down is not going to help either, but it is a 2v1. Entirely possible to get this. They just have to do it with enough time to make the defuse happen.
And Vincere looking around to see where his opponents are coming from. There's a tag, and oh, he finds 2. Doki and Citizen eliminated. All up to Nello. Vincere, just to play so much smoke on his end, will actually use 1 smoke canister and go in for the disabled. There's enough time here for Vincere to try to turn around the angle and find it, and he's going to get spotted, but Vincere with the 3K to save the round. Mousesports, bring it back. Man, Vincere, it's always good to see you alive back in the game. It's been a while.
That was a struggle there on that one, but getting the plant down and then being able to defend it against 2. Good play on Mouse's point. time left for Mouse to be able to find some good positioning and fight some angles. Like you said, the IQ being able to sneak in from Eunice to just get into a quick position that they just weren't expecting. Maybe some more plays like that could really help Mouse out here. They're not going to really be changing their lineup much here, despite, again, you're not going to get much mileage out of Thermite on any site, but this one. So maybe this is what they're waiting for, but if this gets won by NaVi, I still am going to be a little confused to see Thermite continue to play it after that, because obviously they can't go back to it after winning it. So hopefully they'll change to Habana after that and get some more versatility, some utility out of that. Obviously Vincere was good in the last round, despite not having utility out of his Thermite Breach charges. Still got some good use out of his gun and planting, but still, that's not something you want to count on.
So the Mira still has both black mirrors in the back pocket. Wonder where Kendra will be using those. It makes a lot of sense to have one in here.
You want to be able to see when you're going to the bathroom, I suppose. No one's coming up.
And yeah, usually you just lock the door, but I guess that's another way of doing it.
There's no doors in this game. There's just wooden barricades. It's a very primitive society they live in.
It's a French consulate, so they're kind of minimalists.
Is that how French consulates are? Just wooden barricades instead of doors?
Yeah.
You want in, you've got to break in.
We don't have the budget for it. Sorry. There are better things to spend money on, like cafe noir in the morning, and some wine as well for lunch. So, Eunice in the admin office on his own. He's got Goofy as well in support in the back, and Slevin actually moving in. This is a big office take for Mousesports. They're not really wasting any time to go through, and that's a really good thing, because Mousesports really have been needing this time in the later parts of the latter rounds. Latter part of the round. There we go. I can gather my English.
Ladders? I don't see any ladders either on this map.
Darn you.
Well, this is pretty good though, like you're saying, because we saw how slow in the last match some of those top floor takes were when the bomb site was garage, and how much that hurt the attacking team. If they can do this quickly and get progress on there, or just kill Doki early, that's already huge progress for them. Slevin, some good aggression here early out. And I think this is boding well for at least them to have time to work with. I love the old prone through a hatch. It just looks like you're flying for a second there, or a dead body. But they've got to take this bathroom. Nello being able to sit in here, we saw how effective that was in last match as well. So if they can't take him out in a timely manner, that will cost him. He obviously has the ability to rotate, especially with the cover of smoke. Or is he going to play it the suicidal smoke?
Might be able to fall back. There's smokes as well right in front of the mirror window here, so might allow Nello to get something or just get away.
Uses it.
He's going to use it to his advantage. He's close up, and Ash has no clue what's going on. Nello with one, Kendra with the second, two for Nello. No callouts at all. Shate and Slevin both eliminated. Jonas and Vincere, last two alive in the AQ and the Thermite. Jonas still trying to contest against the bathroom, but Citizen is trying to use the hatch as well. Bait against the bait. As things slow down for a second, it's all advantage for NaVi.
Well, at this point, this is just a bathroom break for Nello to just kind of recoup, because they're not going to push him out. With 2 men left alive, they've got to fight Garage. He gets to sit free. Oh, no. Remember what I said about your bathroom? And you're doing it wrong? You were both right.
And that's exactly what happens when you're down and out. You need to find some sort of solution. And at least that means Nello has been cleared away. Saves is watching for it. And there's a drone that was saved by Citizens past before. Nitro Cell thrown away. IQ being shot at. And Nitro Cell connects. Moonsie hits the ceiling in a wonderful way. Saves, realizing what the important bit is. And boom! Goes the Weasel.
Saves appropriately named for that round.
Oh man, that QE play was so beautiful. Yeah. So flashy.
So flashy. But overall, a good start by Mouse. Just their complete inability to take the bathroom. We see how critical that is. Spending a lot of time on your attack strat, dealing with bathroom holds, I think is honestly really, really important for Consulate, because that middle floor becomes so pivotal when you're attacking the garage, and also still something you have to contend with if the bomb site is in lobby as well. Just if you cannot do it in a timely fashion, and especially without losing people in the process, if you're having to thermite that back wall, as you said, you're just not spending enough time prepping properly to take that, or having the utility to do so, and it really can cost you all that advantage that you had early in that round. Some good play at the end there, though. It definitely could have gone against NaVi. Mouse definitely seem to have the potential to take these rounds. They're just never able to completely close it out, especially due to some of the mid-round deficiencies that they seem to run into. But also, you know, players like Doki and things like that getting some cheeky peeks. Again, though, here we come with the Mozzie and Mute jamming for this top floor. Gonna deny a lot of that intel. They might have to resort to using Thatcher to be able to help clear those out, because you don't necessarily need Thatcher for a lot else on this bomb site. Outside of, for example, if you're trying to use it to help take yellow stairs, but they don't bring grenades, they don't bring Capital because he's banned, and so they're not really doing much for yellow stairs anyways on their takes, so it just frees up Thatcher to be able to clear up pests and mute jammers. So I suppose they have some advantage there, but it's like we saw so little Thatcher today, and now that it's being brought in a time when it's not really as necessary.
We'll see if we'll see. We'll see if we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see if you say we'll see.
Curious if it's an outplay.
We're just memeing on ourselves, save some time.
Hackstar has been banned by BattleEye. All met. So I'm curious if Vincere will be clutching yet again, as we saw a couple of rounds ago with that 3v1. This time, a better way of playing things. The Hibana being ran, which should give you a better entry into A in the projector room.
That should definitely be a much bigger deal in terms of getting some advantage on that. Especially as well if there's any kind of the mute jammers or pest drones left on the doorway that you can't get past. Opening up some of the wall will give you the ability to get a drone in there as well. Find out where they're playing a projector, get the angles you need to make them work. But Citizen hanging out downstairs here. They are on the hunt for him, but no, Eunice is actually focused on yellow stairs. Jackal is pinging someone else. So Citizen being able to sit around downstairs like he is definitely going to be potentially a big problem for them later, especially if he's able to get control of any drones, because he is able to freely sit on cams down there a little bit longer than if he'd been playing in some more exposed positions upstairs. You see the typical admin take, of course, coming out because, well, they can't take yellow stairs with the utility they have, but at the same time, there is no Jaeger, so there's not a ton to contest it outside of saves. Playing with Nello there on the stairs, they're just gunplay to contest it. Kendra going for an attempt at a C4, unfortunately not really accomplishing much. That wasn't the play there against, except for maybe a Blackbeard if there's one on the window, but there was not. Citizen trying to come up, though, does get one kill out of it on Eunice, sneaking it behind him, but he is about to be...
Oh my God!
I was going to say traded, but
Citizen, what?
That is...
Shate absolutely shot down, but Eunice and his teammate, great clear here, but Slevin will be able to maneuver himself into the A site, so this is definitely a possibility here for Mousesports. No Nitro Cell to be used, is already expended, and the smoke will come out and save Kendra in the back. Nitro Cell from below, but it's actually the opposite end we should be looking at. Kendra taken away by Slevin. Stays firing in through the smoke, and Nello. Oh no, that's not the one you're looking for. Saves will find one, and Nello for another on the Gumpy. Unfortunately, Slevin will take Doki out, and will be last alone versus 3. Similar position to what Vincere was in only a few rounds ago. Saves, you can hear him docking players up and making sure that Nello and Citizen are the best that they can for this final gunfight. The diffuser might be pushed as we speak, and Nello indeed will start diffusing it. Citizen watching one angle, but the Ash will push into him for the other one. Diffuser out in the open. Slevin finds another one. He's going to go for the 8s. Saves his last on his own, and Slevin will fall back. He's just trying to deny it, and Saves knows there's no time left. He needs to go for the kill. No, he's looking the other way. Slevin, the ace to win the round, and the diffuser down. Mouz again on the very same site. Outplay NaVi, even though it was all in NaVi's hands.
The ace to save it.
It literally takes that much to win it. And man, if this is Mousesports now, let's go. That's a game. Got a game in our hands.
That was, yeah. So far, the only things they've won are those clutch attempts on that top floor.
Slevin.
The super power player?
Yes.
Of course. Sing along, chat.
Okay, chat, can we sing along in chat? Can you just type in the lyrics?
Turn on text-to-speech. Have the robot sing it.
Well, Panari is basically a robot. Or you can have joystick singing it.
All right.
Same thing.
Cyborg is not the same as
Cyborg. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm a robot
means
cis.
slave.
Whoa. What is my purpose in life? You spread the butter. Okay.
We know what Slevin's purpose is.
Ace.
That last round. He only has 6 kills, so it's like he had 1, and then he aces. It's like his switch was activated in cyborg mode. That was definitely the play there. But it was also down to NaVi as well, not playing as well as a team. They had 3 people alive, docking each other up, and then they all kind of play different sides and different angles in a way that's like, there's limited ways for Slevin to have pushed that.
It's literally two rooms that give him access to the same 2 angles.
Exactly, and so they just didn't play it well enough, but also it was well played by Slevin in terms of playing very flexible rather than trying to wait for them to push to him. He pushed various angles, hoping for an opportunity. NaVi gave it to him, and it was definitely not great. And that tying us up here is surprising. So far, NaVi have looked like they're kind of dominating to an extent, but failing to close out 2 rounds where they had man advantage on that top floor. That's where they seem to be weak, is these clutch situations on defense. That's the only time they're losing. So basically, if it comes to NaVi, don't let them get the plant down, and you'll be fine. I mean, I guess that goes for all defenders, but there's
catch the drone.
Yeah, and Citizen catches the drone while catching a kill. So that's a double win for him right there, assuming that drone doesn't get shot. Nope, looks like he's controlling it on yellow stairs, rotating it around, potentially the pipes to be able to watch a bit differently, or did that just get... It's hard to say. There was a shot at the same time, so... right as it disappeared. Either way, a ping coming out from Jackal, though, from Gomfi. They did lose their hard breach, though, on this. They don't necessarily need it for every part of this attack, but it can be useful for some angles, taking the bathroom, or if they need some extra angles upstairs. But again, a hard breach isn't the most necessary for this particular bomb site, although with a reinforced wall right there, it probably would help. They are putting some pressure on site, though, early with Eunice. See him just really moving around, jittery, trying to see if he can get the peaks, but he just goes on in.
Okay.
Already in sight, smoke's already coming out. Plant coming down. Nello actually on the floor as well, potentially here. Doki coming for the rotate. Finding the planter. Eunice just completely sacrificed diffuser in sight now. If Nello can get picked back up here by the Echo, this is terrible round now.
What? Wrong guy, what are you doing?
Is antsy.
Saves will find one on the Shate, and Sgomfi on his own versus the 4. He's being shot in the back of the cross into the lobby, and he fires all down. And we see runouts. I'm expecting that here from NaVi. Sgomfi walks on in, he'll be spotted, he'll be heard, and Kendra will eliminate him.
Kendra's trying to make up for that team kill. He was just, he was in the bathroom, he was reviving Nello, and he was expecting to be pushed while reviving him. So you gotta imagine he heard the push and then flicked around. That was, in theory, the right reaction, and thankfully they had enough man advantage that it wasn't a big deal.
Oh, man.
It's almost like they handicapped themselves for to be able to play it. We'll see how they do in their last defense here of Garage. Nothing too crazy here, but again, some of the same denial operators to try and slow things down. That will help. Jackal, one of the few things that can kind of get through that. Kendra, though, going to be 6th picking over to the Echo. We had Valkyrie banned before on this map in the previous matchup, and now that it's allowed, it's getting not played so much. I mean, we'll see when sides switch after this round, if it gets played a little bit more, but...
Barely. I don't think it was played at all so far.
No, and he was just about to play, but then 6 picked off of it to the Echo to hide the Echo play, I guess. They have Eunice, though, and if they know the Echo's in play at some point, of course, that's going to be Eunice's job, or maybe his job is to run into site and try and plant, which, to be fair, did almost work, and actually would have put them in a good position because they've been winning the post-plant scenarios, surprisingly.
I mean, it's the big thing that we've noticed with NaVi so far. As long as they don't allow Mouse to plant, it's all good.
Yeah, as long as you don't plant, it's fine. Citizen actually trying to open up the windows a little bit too on the glass to be able to hear if there's anyone around. I gotta imagine that means he's gonna be playing in this room, or at least teasing. No, it looks like he's going for a play. Now he has one pest in his pocket still, but he's actually prepped for a C4 throw out. Gotta imagine he's practiced this angle. He throws it out, and he says, you throw something over here. I got something for you, Slevin.
Oh, man, look at Gomfi solo and HP as well. A cash money shot early on.
I wonder if he can get that drone now as well. If that was Slevin's drone, now that's a free drone for him to capture too with the last pest he had.
It's actually a possibility. There's a possibility. It's a wonderful song.
Gomfi, yeah, low on health as well. Now that was That was the play right there. Literally the gift exchange that's going to keep on giving for this round after Sleben's ace.
Hey man, Christmas is just around the corner.
No, that's Cafe you're thinking of. Goffy, though, nice kill on the Doki.
No, well done here to eliminate the Jaeger, and specifically the operator was doing so much work. The Pest also eliminated. Spotted as when you switch over to your Inox, it allows you to, well, see the blue highlights quite well. Oh, Citizen so close to landing the headshot there. How did Jonas take no damage from it? Everything just went right above his head.
That's right. He's already gotten the 1 kill on Sleben. You know, if he loses the fight, it's not a huge loss. But nope, he wins another one. Shate going down now. Hopefully they didn't need any EMPs because at this point they're just going to get EMTs. Terrible again.
No, that was actually pretty funny.
Okay.
Well done.
Thanks for the save. You revived me.
Only 20 HP, man. You got to be careful.
I was going to lose anyways.
Yokai is just helping things out here. Citizen will find a triple kill. Solo and HP, yet still able to do so much damage. And relocating the Yokai very quickly. Citizen will peek around the piano. And a quad kill for Citizen. Last man alive dies right close.
If I was Boone,
Citizen.
I'd stay in spawn at this point.
Oh my god, he's going to try to move in from behind. Citizen comes on in. Boonsey is heard. Oh, Nello takes it away.
Thief. Cut off his hands.
We don't do that anymore.
Well, they barricade wooden doors. I don't know what they do in this world.
So at the half, NaVi are sitting pretty 4-2, and the only rounds that Mouse were able to take are off of, and I have to say this, sheer and pure luck and choke.
Also, now that they're on defense, they can't plant the diffuser. So there's that.
You know, Devin, I'm so glad that you're the analyst here with me. I would like to invite you
to another dimension.
I would like to invite you to an analyst desk, maybe at a major sometime soon. I think you have much for us to learn.
Teach the ways.
The dad ways.
The dad ways. That's what you do. Teach your son. Play some catch. Just like Citizen did.
Yeah, he played catch with all 4, and he ended up slapping all of them with...
Yeah, I was actually kind of hoping he would get the ace, just as in, like, you know, Sleben
reverse.
The ace, then he kills, Sleben first for a new ace. It's like he stole his ace from him. But no. Either way, though, like you said, side switch, and Garage will be the first defense here, contrary to that being the 3rd defensive site for NaVi. So it's nice to see there's some good variety on things here. Citizen with 10, Doki with 6, Nello with 6, Sleben with 6. Everyone else still looking for those kills. But NaVi, though, kill-wise alone, definitely doing fantastic. And you see them having much higher kills because, again, the rounds that Mouse won were off of those situations where it was clutch attempts. And obviously they had lost most of their players at that point. Shate going for a little bit of a spy drone here. Trying to set that up. Now, Shate is a pretty good Echo player, though, so we'll see if that works out in terms of him not dying too early. Yeah. Unit's actually going to be on Kaed of all things here to try and maybe stop some hatches from get open or the garage door, depending on how he wants to use those, as he would need both to be able to stop the garage door completely. Doki going to be on Nomad as well, so that is not banned this time.
Oh, and Sleben hits it! Citizen is down! This is just a 1v1 fight of this matchup. Sleben takes a decent chunk of damage here in the engagement as Doki is allowed to maneuver himself into the copy room. He's got the ARX in hand, so a lot of damage that can be dished out. Only a couple rounds will be available. Yep. We'll hear that, but Nello is actually not able to fire upon the player that was in that position. I believe it was still the Jaeger or Sleben.
That's the problem with the air jabs sometimes, is they're not lethal in and of themselves versus a Claymore. But they are harder to deal with. So
can you still do the 2 with the air jab and the Claymore?
I don't. I would assume so. Because I don't know if that's been tested in like the current build.
We'll have to ask Bikini Bonnie. Bikini, please, can you confirm?
Or Cora Ross test it.
Well,
calling out the YouTubers.
I mean, he usually does that. So
yeah.
Kendrew will dive on into the admin office here on the IQ and then start scanning around with the cassette threat. Nope, nothing yet. It's taken NaVi quite a bit of time to get up here and clear things out, and yet still they've lost a player in it. There's a minute 15 left. There's no sight of the site just yet.
No sight of the site. I like that. Doki looking for a kill there. unfortunately not finding enough damage. Slebin already downed, so they should be able to finish that. He looks for the refrag, and actually he can't finish his own kill, thanks to Eunice from downstairs.
Roll down by Eunice to realize the position they're in, and that was indeed a great shot here. Double tap from Eunice with the cut, and Kendra's still scanning upstairs with the IQ. Nello is still outside of the building. This is not great for NaVi. There's 45 seconds left. It saves. I'm not sure if he even opened up the wall. We should have heard here an explosion. No, he still has 2 exothermic charges. There was nothing cleared. Stubborn is still down.
Well, there's no Thatcher.
Yeah, there was nobody that took control of Piano so far, and Gonfi will find Nello right on the ingress. Saves, fires right on in, and Kendra will finish off Gonfi, but at what cost? Tiz is barely alive here, and Kendra has been down by the smoke as he inhales a tiny bit of it, so they're both so low on HP, literally anything will kill them. Stubborn finally dies to Doki, so that was all an expiration. Vincere will throw 1 smoke out, and that should be more than enough to kill the players, but they're not diving through the hatch just yet. Save the AWP, they say. And that's what we get. Mousesports will take round number 7. The first one on the defense.
Well, they were able to deny pretty well thanks to that early kill from Slebin. I think was a big game changer in terms of taking out one of the better players that was going to be going for, I imagine, some cheeky rush kills if he was able to get in potentially. But definitely not going to happen once you get taken out early like that. It was a good peek by him. Just, you know, Jaeger plays, doing Jaeger things. Unfortunately, the rest of NaVi, though, really, again, struggling. Same thing Mouse struggled with, is that bathroom. And also them trying to finish off Slebin. Doki spent forever kind of just creeping through the map trying to get to that point, and then to not even be able to finish his own kill thanks to Eunice. It was a good play by Eunice, though, covering his teammate and actually kind of baiting him in a way. See a 6th pick over there. We got Mute, but no Mozzie this time. And again, Shate on the Echo. Looks like NaVi going with the same lineup pretty much to attack console this time. So it looks like Lobby going to have to wait for Mouse, despite that being one of the primary bomb sites for, well, actually the primary bomb site for NaVi. So very different play styles in terms of bomb site preferences between these two. I do wonder if maybe instead of Lobby even we'd see Tellers just to mix things up like we did from Chaos, which was a great plan, but didn't work the second time.
All right. Start off the round with Mousesports playing on the top floor.
Having a good time up there.
Having a good time, that's for sure. NaVi will be bringing the Hibana here on saves. Change up from the previous round because they know, okay, well, we don't have to play Garage, at least for the next couple of rounds, so we can kind of start predicting how Mouse will play it. And if NaVi's only detrimental site on attack is Garage, then they're sitting pretty because they can collect 2 rounds now before having Mouse go back down to the Garage.
Yep, definitely going to be interesting to see if they can... Oh God, I gotta strike that from my vocabulary. So like, I knew I like a shot caller for that. See? It's interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Fifi, I was saying yes in Spanish, okay? It wasn't C.
Too many C's.
Got him.
All right.
So, Nomad of Doki setting up here with the air jabs. There's still 2 left in the back pocket. Or on the edge of the rifle, I guess. Citizen with the reverse repel. Flashbangs being thrown in to burn out anything or just lock down players in position. Gonfi looking outside, but there's nobody there on connector room. Nello will find Slebin. It's a good start here, eliminating the Jaeger, and Nello is on his own downstairs. So Citizen, oh man, he takes so much damage as he just turns around the corner. Gonfi having support, but so far he's just doing work on his own. A stun grenade, maybe the last one will be used. And the information just clearly stated for Gonfi as the Belgian player goes up hot. He finds saves. No support from Kendra in this one as the entirety of the wall here is reinforced. Both sides actually into the cubbyhole. And Nello might have a cash money spot with a grenade in the back, and it will not connect. Oh.
Unlucky.
Okay.
Citizen still being able to get away with as low health as he has. And Doki, around this time,
Gonfi will save the day. And still, Jonas somehow alive, but not for long. Kendra with the refrags, 3v3. This round is really getting heavy. Citizen low on HP, still on the Ash. There has to be a clear here from NaVi. They need to make sure that Yellow Stairs is clear. They need to eliminate Gomfi, who so far has done so much work. Grenade thrown in the back, and tiny bit of damage done to Gomfi, not too much. Barely forcing him a couple inches back by the bathroom.
30 seconds, though.
Gomfi with the pre-fire to the bottom of the yellow stairs. The Citizen's taken control of it, at least to the top of it. Nobody diving down into the site, but you can definitely go for it. Shate has his Yokai drone as well ready. Kendra being lost means that you won't see any IQ shining at the end of the round. Players going in. Nello will get ready to go for his diffuser plant. Citizen watching out, but there's also a smoke being thrown out. Nello and Gomfi will find a kill each, leaving only one on his own, and Gomfi just absolutely demolishing NaVi, the Belgian with the ace. I think somebody deserves a waffle at the end of this one.
As long as it's not Evil Waffle, because this is EU.
Evil Waffle's a cool guy.
No, but he's not EU.
Oh, that's very true.
He's Canadian.
It's Canadian. Oh, not that.
Not that. Lobby. So it will be lobby and not tellers, which you know, is the more common thing. I was hoping for a surprise. Again, with the mute coming out here, we'll see if they sixth pick anything though in terms of more denial of the drones, but no, they seem to be happy with just the mute. The Echo, I think, doing an okay job. We saw last time at the end of that round, Shate trying to just keep his drone alive, moving it around to make sure that they were not able to take it out in case he needed to jump it up to stop a last-minute plant, which they were going to be trying to stick, despite all the gunfire. If they could, just was not going to happen. I think that was pretty much guaranteed to be won by Mouse pretty much at that point, just off of time alone. That early play by Eunice, though, getting the kill definitely made a big difference. Despite the early kill on Sleben, it was able to deny a lot of push forward with that and slow them down. And that's really the thing is, when you're on defense, as long as you slow them down continuously and they don't just go frag out towards the end of the round, even when you're at an even man count, you're still at an advantage as a defender. So trades are okay as a defender because as long as they're critical, not critical operators that you need for the end of the round, you can usually make it work. You just have to stop from getting fragged out and not make any really dumb misplays like jump outs when they're unnecessary and things like that.
They will be seeing a repetition of the ace, but here Mouse so far, their best match. They've looked hot in their clutches. We didn't believe that they would be able to bring out more, but then they actually played like a pretty good team for a couple extra rounds, at least, you know, the one being an ace in the previous one with Gomfi, but sure, but it was in total a team effort to kind of help him out and positioning him correctly with support. Doki, though, spotting out the Echo drone and the Yokai.
That's a bummer because they were trying to use that Echo drone to support Eunice right there, too.
Oh, Shate, going for the tap, but Doki will tap again. Shate, this is a fight that only one man can take. So far, it's Sleben. He's the only one that can really deal with Doki. Citizen taking a bit of damage from above as hole here has been opened up. Gomfi firing down at the same time. He's just being fired upon from everywhere, and somehow he survives again. Beauty of having the dock back on 100 HP.
That's certainly going to be a problem for him if they can't take him out. I mean, they have taken out the Echo, though, and that's really the biggest problem. But if they can't find a way to counter Gomfi just upstairs doing his job, they're not going to be able to take this. And then Eunice being able to hold this as long as he has, you see him even concerned about the skylight above. The fact that they haven't been able to push them off this, and then he gets a kill from it as well. Or no, sorry, gets killed from it as well.
Doki just, does the best thing possible, just walks in and
he's on a roll.
Does it.
Kills the Echo drone, then kills the Echo player, and then kills Eunice.
Man, this Doki versus Mousesports game is so good. Gomfi fires in from above, killing the Habanov saves, but the diffuser's already set. Doki enters by piano, will play right by it. A lot of sweet tunes that will be played in here, at least that's what you'll be expecting from Doki. Nobody dropping down so far from the hatch as he turns away, finds one. On the ingress from the main lobby, Doki taking damage from the side as he stays alive for a bit more. Citizen will save him, taking out Boonsey. Sleben and Gomfi last two alive as Gomfi's at full HP. He's looking to dive down onto the site. It's Kendra holding up close. Gomfi eliminated. Last alive from behind is Kendra. Find the headshot. Sleben and Gomfi going down. NaVi taking round number 9 and put themselves up 5-4.
Much better attack round that time. They had control a lot earlier. Getting the plant down when they did as well.
They found the ability
nice
for it, but
yeah,
it took a long time to get into the building.
Yeah, once they did, and then they were able to get the plant down pretty quickly from that, just due to lack of control coming from Mouse's side. But Doki, I think, a big part of that, of course, in that push, because Eunice was going to be able to stop them for a while if he wasn't able to get that kill. Had he lost that fight into Eunice, I feel like they would have been stalled out even longer to the building. That alone might have been enough to lose them the round. But once he got that kill, especially after killing the Echo, that's a pretty big deal to be able to push in right there and then support the plant that was already going down while you were busy distracting them. So those yellow stairs initially seeming like a good thing for Mouse, but they over-pushed them, overly aggressive, trying to hold them as long as they could. It's a nice idea, but really it came down to Shate shouldn't have peeked it. I think that was the big mistake. He was setting up his Echo Drone to help Eunice, but it was against an IQ, so then he loses it and decides to just, you know what, then let me use my gun. That was not the play. Back down to garage we go as we head towards the finale of this, but we've definitely got at least 2 more rounds to go, or this round plus 1 more at least. NaVi up by 1, but it's not a huge lead, it's just 1. They could definitely tie this out. In fact, I'm starting to feel like a tie is definitely a strong possibility here. If not, I think a 7-5 is a pretty likely outcome. In this case, possibly for NaVi. Although Mouse did look pretty good in some of those initial attack rounds. They just couldn't win enough of them. Just winning the ones that were clutch situations. Maybe that's what they need, just more pressure on them. Shate again going with the Echo. Hopefully not going to over-peak this time. Sleben as well has got to be careful. He's been dying a little bit early sometimes as well on some of these defensive rounds as the Jaeger.
He's been slapping here and there, but...
Didn't slap too. This is early.
Okay. Okay, there's the yokais that should be available, right? Kendra will snipe one off, and he finds the headshot onto Jonas. Pulls on back, diffuser set. It's a 5v4 advantage fully for NaVi, and air jabs will be launched everywhere. This is a huge, huge blunder here by Mousesports. Unsure of what their opponents were really planning. NaVi just play this so well. The mute quickly dispatched. Nella will find one more onto Sleben. Everybody being spotted, as well as the mute being thrown to the side to Doki. Finds one. Saves playing the 1v1 against the doorways. Nella will find that kill. Boonsy finding one on his own, but he's the lonely smoke, and he's on his own. Has to go down by yellow stairs. Gets shot. Kendra saving the day there at the end. And NaVi taking round number 10 off of a beautiful technical rush into the garage.
And that's the thing is, NaVi had struggled a little bit with roamers, and you know what? If you struggle with roamers and you see that they're over-roaming, absolutely take advantage of it like that. They weren't doing a good job.
We had that in Chaos Vitality.
Yeah, that's true. That was a 30-second rush, though. 30 seconds into the round, they were going for the plant.
There's a lot of things you can do in 30 seconds.
Not stop the plant, apparently. Garage again for a second attempt. I don't think the rush is going to come out one more time here, but that was a very brief round, to say the least, and one that guaranteed them 1 point at the very least. Still could see that 7-5, but it's looking pretty close after that last round to a 7-4. However, when it comes to the side switch, since then they've both won 2 rounds each, so it seems fairly balanced in that sense of them being pretty competitive to each other here. And the defenses that were won by Mouse were Garage and Console. So it is entirely possible for them to win this, provided they don't get rushed again. But look at the triple double digits there. Citizen, Doki, and Nilo. We haven't talked about Nilo enough this match, but he's been doing a great job.
Oh, yes. The Croat on the team has definitely been showing up.
Where's my crow at? I don't even know what that meant.
What do you mean? You're asking, where's your crow?
Yeah.
Are you Edgar Allan Poe?
No, I'm thinking about Red Crow.
That definitely did rhyme, yo.
The best named with Nello. Are now we talking about again, yo? All right.
Let's see if Sleben's going to go up and play up in yellow.
I think he is. He's still got one ADS in his pocket. I got to imagine he's going to set that up to be able to help him.
Yeah, he'll possibly be looking pretty darn mellow with that. Hello.
I just stopped.
I just came to say hello.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Citizen to drone on in. I'll have to excuse us. Times we go off on.
It's the last match of the day.
Yes. So there you go. It's the end of the day. It's been a pretty long one here. Kendra up by the main lobby. Doki will detect that there's a mute on the board. So he'll just stop his drone for just a second, but he's good to go. Takes control of the back hallway. By bathroom and engages Slebin, which actually he fails at firing into. Slebin walks on in, but Doki with a very quick refrag.
The Citizen versus Slebin show continues, but Doki is the man to try and make.
Oh, Doki! What a shot! Gonfi dispatched. And what are you gonna do? The mute is dead. This is a minute 46 on the clock. There's so much time here for NaVi to play.
Gotta say, IQ is definitely Doki's jam here. Doing quite well with it so far. Watching an angle now for the rest of his team to get into position. Hopefully they're droning as well, because it looks like Mouse are waiting for them to walk into him. So that means you've got to be droning to stop, you know, just from falling for that, really. Oh, pre-fires well. He is prepared for it. Air jabs as well could be set up to stop some of those rotations, to keep them contained downstairs. Wall has been opened up. Has one more exothermic charge if he wants to open up both sides, which is likely to happen here as he sets that up. But he's got to go for the plant soon. So Doki's got to get in position now to offer a crossfire just for that setup. Smoke is still available along with Echo, though, to stop this. And probably a C4.
Probably, actually. That's a big possibility for Jonas to be having in his back pocket. Doki spots around, knows that there's a yokai, and it will be spotted and detected. The other one is right under the white van. And I assume it should be spotted here and shot. It's trying to run it back. This is something. This is a big advantage here. NaVi using all the utilities at their hands to go in for the plant. It's a good play with the Thatcher to EMP down, but Yokai will be eliminated. No, Jonas peeks on out. The Clyde has been lost. 23 seconds is definitely a possibility here for the defense to win it on out. But Kendra will find one kill from above. 4v1 as it's Shate left alone with his Yokais. 14 seconds left. You got to go in plant right here, right now, and rush. Make sure that Shate cannot do much. And indeed, he'll be dispatched. In the closest game Mouz has had so far, it's NaVi to end up victorious. And they put a bit more points on the board. Man, both NaVi and Lustream have definitely been showing up so far. And that's 7-4. I mean, you can count 2 rounds there for Mousesports that were off of sheer brutality. But otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, they had the 2 defensive rounds they were able to win as well, but it was definitely the case where 2 rounds on either side is certainly not enough to get you the win. But as you said, that was the closest match they've had so far, I think, and they're showing some potential to get their groove down. But NaVi also playing pretty well since they've been here in Pro League now. It's not as much of a surprise to see that they won, but there was definitely some close rounds in that 30-second garage rush was definitely the play when they were able to make it work. And it was interesting to see it happen, just definitely an oversight by Mouse, something to learn from for sure in terms of being better prepared for that.
And Doki is definitely the MVP of the match. I think that's it for me.
Yeah, second up I think would be Citizen or Slebin.
Yeah. I think you can pretty much put it in there, and Nello would be in one of those 4. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
Filling up those MVP slots.
Yeah, Slebin, Nello, Citizen, and Doki. There you go.
So I hope that's most actually, of NaVi.
I mean, they won the game, and they won it 7-4. So
yeah, that'll tend to kind of give you that MVP.
I mean, there were rounds, sure, 2 rounds that were one off of an ace, one off of a 1v3, where Bunsi was not really excelling for frags anytime recently. But, you know, it ended up being there. And it had an effect. It will give Mouz a few extra rounds, but 4 are not much. And NaVi end up victorious. Let's have a quick chat with Doki.
Hiya.
Evening, Doki. Again, we keep seeing you on here. What is going on? NaVi winning their matches, and this was actually a tight one. Mousesports were not looking too hot at the start of the season. What really confused you or put you on edge against them?
Well, we know that Consulate is one of Mouse's best maps, so we knew it wasn't going to be a easy win, so to say. So I think they put up a really good attack. Even though they only won 2 rounds, it was still pretty aggressive. They did a lot of rushes, much like ourselves. They managed to walk into top floor bomb site 2 rounds in a row, which kind of was like, threw us off guard a bit. We were kind of getting annoyed at each other. But yeah, we knew how they played it. We know how we play it. We're very good at playing it, and I think that showed.
So round number 2, let's talk about the couple of clutches against you, because I want to hear how the communication was, at least from your perspective. So in round number 2, Vincere wins the 3v1 clutch as there's a projector plant. Second time, Sleben 1v3 ace as well on Ash for projector again. Is that a weakness from you or just a strength in play from Mouz?
We can just blame Nello for that one. He was pinging on the cams. We had a cam in meeting. I mean, I don't know if it was Nello, but he's easy to blame. So we just blame that on Nello. So definitely his fault. For the Vincere one, Sleben's Ash, we just played that terribly. We could have defused. We didn't have the right angles held. Communication was poor and all that. So yeah, that was just our fault, to be honest.
So there was also Gonfi as well, getting an ace as well on the east window. So it was on defense. And what was the strategy as well to go through there? Because it was console defense for Mousesports, and we didn't really see much aggression coming the way of the admin office.
Well, they invested a lot of people in top floor or admin office, especially when they're holding garage. They had like 2 guys top floor, just kind of running about. So we didn't really want to contest that. It's hard to do, especially if you have mute jammers everywhere. We didn't bring the Thatcher for the first couple of rounds, which slowed our droning down a little bit. So yeah, they were just running about top floor. They had full control, and we didn't want to contest that. So we swapped about a bit and went for a yellow push.
And leads me into the final point. Round number 10, you guys spotted some sort of hole in the defense of Mousesports, and then you rushed with your thermite to enter the garage. Walk me through it, and what sort of information led you to go for that sort of plan?
Kendra just goes garage is clear, 5-man through the breach, and that's exactly what we do. So if he makes a call, we listen to it. And it's the same as the round before when they were defending lobby. Kendra said, anti-chamber, the thing that connects piano and lobby, it's completely clear. And he was like, Nello repel, and then he listened right away, and he went in and just took control of the site. So it's just good from Nello. So yeah, well played. Yeah,
sometimes Nello has some good plays, right? Yeah, every now and then.
Sometimes. I'm kidding. Nello's a great player.
All right, well, with that said, I guess all is going well for NaVi. You guys are playing fantastically, and you will also be at DreamHack Valencia next week for the minor. You're in the group with Lusrim and Rogue, a tough one as well for a lot of people looking at it. This is the group of death. Anything to say to your fans and in preparation for Valencia next Friday?
I mean, in my opinion, we've beat all the top teams. We've beat G2. We practice against the top teams all the time. We are ready to play any team that we face. Latam, Asia, whatever you bring at us, we're ready for that. So thank you again to all the fans. Thank you to NaVi. We really appreciate it. And thanks for the cast, guys.
All right. Thank you very much, Doki. Those are fighting words and a lot of fisticuffs being thrown out. Well, we'll see what happens next week. Thank you very much. And congratulations again on your victory against Mousesports. Good night.
Okay, see you later. Bye.
It's ready to get off that. Okay, see you later.
So maybe it's always cute talking to Doki.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. It's funny too, like that they get the IGL calls and they just execute them. That I think is a sign of a team that is playing strong and going to continue to play strong as long as those calls are made right. You know, when you get a call like garage clear 5-man through the breach, like, and just everyone just 5-man does it, that's going to lead you to success if you can continue to play off of that.
Into the Valley of Death, Road the 600, in this case the 5. That's a reference again. Let's see who's into literature and wars. Let's take a look at the standings at the end of the day and recap what has happened so far in Europe. Lusrim on top with 12 points. 19 round differential. Empire with 10, NaVi at 9, Vitality with 6, G2 at 5th spot with 4 points, Chaos tied with Penta at 3, and Mousesports still again with a lonely 0 points. Unfortunate for the Mice, and right now there's a lot of things up in the air here for EU.
It's only playday number 4 though.
Oh yes, that's very true. And remind you that next playday, Lusrim plays NaVi, Chaos plays Penta, G2 plays Vitality, and Empire plays Mouz. So it never gets easy for Mouz, to say the least.
Yeah.
That playdate is on July 12th, though. So that's after we come back from DreamHack Valencia.
Yeah, so we have a LATAM after this, and then a bit of a break.
There's LATAM tonight in only like 3 hours. And after that, we're off for like 10 days until everybody's back from Valencia.
I mean, you're not really off. You'll be at Valencia.
Yes, I'll be in Valencia working the event. I miss Valencia. As Parker was kind of mentioning, like, oh, say it in Spanish. Valencia. Toreador.
So talented.
So talented. So talented. All right, Devin, anything to wind this down?
What is
gotta
this,
say?
an interview now?
Yes.
I just wanted to thank
My mom.
ESL and Ubisoft and for really believing in us, when... thank you all out there for watching, and I know it's been a very hectic 2 weeks so far, and it's going to continue to be pretty crazy, so enjoy some time off in Valencia as well. I mean, that's all for us. But obviously, Parker and Kix will be here to continue to entertain you, and then enjoy the rest of your weekend, and Valencia after that.
All right. Thank you, Devin. And on that note, on that bombshell, we love you. Good night.